If I have a circle, I'm going to make it a little bigger than last class's. But it's not pretty. Circle. The center of the circle. The measure all the way across the circle from one edge through the center to the other edge. This is diameter. Goes all the way around. Diameter. Diameter. We found circumference by using diameter by doing pi times d. So we use diameter for circumference, pi times d. What is it called if you take half of the diameter? Does anybody remember what it's called? Radius. So from here to here is the radius. And we found circumference using radius by doing 2 pi r. Because 2 times radius is diameter. Now, yesterday, we figured out that the area of a circle, A, is pi r squared. And that r squared means r times r. R times r, that's important. Many, many mistakes doing 2 times radius. 2 times radius just tells me diameter. And then if you do radius times 2 times pi, you just told me the diameter, or the circumference. So don't do that. It's got to be radius times radius because of our radius squares, where we made those squares out of the radius. All right. Steps, even though it's real basic. The first thing you have to do is figure out radius. If they give you diameter, you got to get to radius. If they give you circumference, you have to get to radius. So calculate radius. You cannot find the area of a circle without using radius. Step 2, once you know the radius, you do radius times radius. Radius times radius. This is not 2 radiuses. If the radius is 3, it's 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. And then lastly, we multiply by pi. Multiply by pi. 3.14 usually. Multiply by pi. Now we're going to take it a step further. If I told you the circumference of a circle, if I said the circumference of a circle is 100.48, could you go backwards and then find the area? You can, yes. So if they give you this circumference, you got to take your formula. You're going to plug in what you know, work backwards to solve for radius, and then go forwards to solve for area. So we're going to work this one out. If they told you circumference, I need radius to find the area, so I'm going to use the circumference formula that tells me radius. So if the circumference is equal to 2 pi r, do you know circumference? Yes. Circumference is 100.48. We know 2. Do you know pi? What is it? 0.14. Do I know radius? No. So I'm going to put r. Is there anything on this side that I can do before I start solving? Somebody's whispering it. What can I do on this side first? Yeah, multiply 3.14 times 2, which is 6.28r equals 100.48. Now, how do I undo this equation? By 6.28. I'm not going to make you actually do that. I'll tell you, it's 16. So this tells me that radius is 16. Now can you find the area? What do you use to find area? Yep. So now that you have this, we're going to use the formula A equals pi r squared, where radius is 16. So it's going to be 3.14 times 16 squared. Which part do you do first?
16 squared.
16 times 16. Anybody know that off the top of their head? Thank you. I knew somebody would. 256 times 3.14. This is where you have to show some work, because you can't, like, there might be 1 in a million who can do that in their head. You're going to have to write it down. So 3.14 times 256. 6 times 4 is 24. 6, 7, 8, 18. 1 0 on the second line. That's 20. 7, 15. 2 zeros on the third line. And then 8, 2, 6. Add it all up. And that's 4, 8, 16 plus 7 is 23. 10. I'm getting off somewhere. 8, 23, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 6. No. Where'd I get off? This isn't what I got the first time. 4, 8, 16, 23, carry a 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, carry a 1, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That should be an 8. Sorry. I'll use the 6 twice. 803.84. Sorry, mine got messy. This is the area. Now, I could use logic just to make sure my answer is reasonable. What's 25 times 3? 75. So I know my answer needs to be more than 750, because 250 times 3 would be 750. So my answer is more than 750. So this is a reasonable answer. Check reasonable. If you had gotten, like me, 6,000 and like, I knew that was wrong, because that's not reasonable.